that screen. Oh. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 191 of Ghost in the Night, a paranormal and true crime podcast.
Boom.
Boom. I nailed the entrance, or the intro. Awesome.
Boom.
Sweet. Yes, Gregory, we're doing episode on child abusers. Tonight we are doing the Black-Eyed Kids.
Boom.
Which is an urban legend. We're going to say urban legend. I put this under urban legend category.
Boom.
Thanks for your insightful commentary.
I agree. Like, it's not. I guess I don't believe this shit. This one, I'll talk about it, and like, there's some interesting stuff here and there, but I don't fucking. Well, I don't buy it.
That's the problem with this. I did some research. Doing some research. Like I said, I've done an episode on Black-Eyed Kids before, but I did continue to do research. And we talked about earlier when we were planning this episode out a little bit, what little planning we do because we're lazy fucks.
Yeah. Because that's how we do things.
Wanted to do it more stories, but every podcast I listen to, every video I listen to, it's the same couple stories.
Yeah.
So we're going to cover one, which is probably the most important because it is technically the first one, per se, that got national attention, I guess, or the internet age of attention.
Mm-hmm.
Then another one just to kind of filter in some shit. But when researching this, I got pissed off.
Yeah.
Here's why.
Go on. Tell me about your piss.
I was YouTubing, just Black-Eyed Kids, Black-Eyed Children.
Yubba dubba tub tub.
Doing searches. Today, actually, just to kind of get some final shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it ruined my day. Because once I figured out, it's all pretty much the same shit. I can watch a ton of videos, but it's all the same shit.
Yeah.
So I started going through all this, the search. And you know what I found out?
What?
The Ghost in the Night Black-Eyed Children episode is nowhere to be found in the search.
Oh, that's what what you were bitching about earlier?
You cannot find the motherfucker. I went down that list as far as I could go.
Well, it's not like we're a fucking popular channel.
The person I was with thought it was odd too. So she actually searched Ghost in the Night Black-Eyed Children.
Yeah.
The name of this godforsaken fucked up podcast. And you know what showed up?
What?
Nothing.
I mean,
fuck you, YouTube.
Is it in our library still?
Yeah, it's in the library.
Did it get pulled for some reason?
No, it's in the library. I mean, what bullshit? And some of the bullshit that they're pumping and pushing is fucking horrendous. And I'm being judgmental. Fuck it, I am being judgmental.
I don't know, but I've been saying it for months. We just need to get clickbaity with the titles.
I hated YouTube. When I first started this years ago, I didn't give a fuck about YouTube. I hated YouTube. I didn't even want to put video up. I just going to do the old still shot.
Yeah.
Podcast cover art.
Yeah. A lot of people do that.
Because I didn't care. I was more audio. I wanted the podcast. I wanted Apple. I wanted Stitcher. I wanted Spotify. I wanted the downloads. I didn't fuck the views. But I tried to be nice. And if the algorithm's that fucked up, you can put the name of the podcast, the episode title, and still not come up in the search. YouTube, I hope you're listening. Apparently, we're not even worth listening to. We could probably say
whatever. Their algorithm doesn't prioritize that shit.
We could probably say whatever we want to fucking say and not get kicked off. Nobody's listening to this except for our great listeners out there, or the great people in the chat.
That's usually how our videos are anyway.
But I also started going through the category, because I went to.
Don't worry, I'm doing podcast related things.
I went to the back catalog.
Yeah.
Just to make sure. Okay, see if it's in there. I started looking at the view counts.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrendous. And we haven't really went up that much.
No. I mean, we have, but we've consistently stayed around the same level for a while.
I mean, we get a few breakouts.
Yeah. By like 50 views.
Well, might, get a little bit more than that. I mean, we got the one from back in the day, which is how that still gets pumped.
Yeah.
Every fucking month is the most watched video. And it fucking sucks major balls. Oh, that's almost embarrassing to watch. That's how bad it fucking is. But some of this other shit we've done, we could go on Facebook Live, which I used to do Facebook Live before YouTube Live, before you came on board. Matter of fact, your first 2 episodes were done on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
I know at least the first one. I mean, 50. Nothing against you guys in the chat room now, but the numbers on Facebook were much better.
Yeah.
And even in the live portion. So why in the world am I all worried about fucking Facebook or YouTube? They're fucking assholes. Okay. Done rant. But it pissed me off. Well, what it really fucking, all this hard work, you can tell people, this ain't fucking easy work. You put a lot of time into this shit.
Yeah.
For fucking...
On top of working 60 hours a week.
Right.
And working on a car.
Yes.
And while we're on the subject, if anybody out there in the wide world of the GITN fandom has an extra car that they want to let me borrow or give to me or just buy me a car, you just let me know.
Yeah. Well, really, I'm pissed off how I didn't win the Mega Millions. And I have to go to work tomorrow.
Did anybody win it?
No.
It's going to be $1 billion one day.
It was like 8 something, I think I looked yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, up 8 or 9. It was fucking pushing it.
Fuck, I should get one.
I mean,
I get my bad luck can't go so. I mean, I don't. My luck's not that bad.
I was really looking forward to making that phone call tomorrow morning. I wasn't even going to make that phone call tonight. I was going to wait till tomorrow morning, 7:59.
What phone call? To quit work?
I ain't coming in.
We both know you wouldn't quit.
I know I wouldn't quit.
You'd just be like, I'm not coming in for a week. I'm going on vacation. I'll be back.
I ain't going to quit. Oh, I'll be in, but don't expect much out of me. Of course, I'd have the biggest smile on my face. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Let me get the notes up. Like I said, we're doing Black Eyed Kids tonight, and it's kind of, it's going to be a short one. It's going to be kind of a shit show, opinion piece. We're going to make fun of some shit. Because this is one of those topics that I'm just not overly fond of. And the more I get into this bullshit of the paranormal, I become less and less a true believer. And I've experienced a lot of shit in my life.
Add tags.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
You got to go into...
I got it.
What do you mean?
I'm just playing with stuff.
Oh, there's a shit pot of tags for this one.
I know. But I was going with clickbaity ones. Do you just like type them in and then like hit enter?
Put a comma after them. Type in
after them?
Yeah.
And it just puts them in?
Yeah, automatically.
Okay. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
No spaces or anything? Oh.
You see it? It'll automatically block it off. Yeah.
Fancy.
But Black Eyed Kids is just one of those... I have a hard time wrapping my head around it. And that's kind of where I'm going with the paranormal these days. Even though I've experienced shit, I'm starting to think that 99% of the shit is bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm doubting myself. I'm having self-doubt when it comes to the paranormal.
Duh. Like, that's part of the game, for real.
But I'm questioning even...
It's just kind of how this shit goes. Like, nobody's always like, yep. There's always times where somebody's like, nope, yep, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe I'm just getting cynical in my old age. Or I'm just tired of the bullshit. And maybe YouTube and all these videos and type shit, which is 99.9% just for views and fake. And
yeah. I
mean, it's wearing on me. I'm getting old. I'm getting crotchety.
Crotchety?
Crotchety. See, I'm so old, I use the word crotchety.
Yeah, I've never heard that one.
Oh, well, for you younger people, you don't know what that is. Older people like me, you will get that. Basically grumpy and bitchy. But Black Eyed Kids, reports have been around since the 90s, but that's not entirely true. It became more popular in the 90s, late 90s with the whole rise of the internet. But there were reports back in the 80s, even dating back as far as the 50s, of some sort of black-eyed children interaction.
Well, I bet you they were way higher in the 50s.
Well, you're talking child abuse. I'm talking supernatural. I'm talking inner eye, not black, round, raccoon-eyed.
Potato, man. I mean,
but like Tyler in the chat said, are we talking about Phil punching a kid that comes to the house at night trying to find his mom? Absolutely. If a kid comes to my house, I don't give a fuck. After 10 o'clock, you're getting punched. Don't give a shit. Actually, you're lucky if you only get punched. We'll go that route. You knock on my door after 10 o'clock.
Oh, I mean,
you're playing with your own fucking life.
We've had this conversation though. It depends. Like, you can fucking tell. Like, if a kid walked up to your door and legitimately needed help, you would be able to tell.
Well, once we get into
as opposed to what we're going to talk about tonight.
Once you get into the description of these kids, which we're about ready to get into, there's a big fucking difference. If somebody like this and it's not Halloween comes to my door, get the fuck out of here. With my foot firmly in
or have like a good reason for being there.
Right.
Be like, hey, my phone died. Look at my dead phone, and my car ran out of gas. Look at my car that's out of gas. Can I use your phone to call my mom, please? Situation like that? Yeah.
Sure.
That's fine.
We're not standing out here on the front porch and doing it.
Well, yeah.
Doing it. You ain't getting in my fucking house. You're lucky I let you in my house and you live here.
I got a key.
That's true.
Even though we let that one guy in there to go to the bathroom.
That is funny.
That was a moment of humanity.
Yeah, because I've been there.
That young man had been canvassing the neighborhood and had to take a pee-pee.
For hours.
And we were his saviors.
And
there goes my hero.
Let's be honest. Our broke asses have nothing worth stealing. Except for what he walked past, thousands of dollars of fucking podcasting equipment.
I know, I thought about that. I was like, I wonder what was going through his head when he walked in here.
Because just for you people that are watching, the shitter is off to my right.
Yes, because as we talked about before, the bathroom is in the west wing of the LA mansion, and as is the studio. Those are the only two things we could fit.
Yes.
Because the bathroom is the size of the Paul Brown Stadium men's room and has 14 stalls and 62 urinals.
Yes.
And 15 sinks.
Because our aim is that bad, we need 62 urinals.
I never like to use the same urinal twice in a month.
I just rather be in the fucking shower.
Thing. Yeah.
I got in an argument with a kid about that one time. About peeing in the shower. I said, you pee in the shower. No, I don't. That's disgusting. I'm like, what are you talking about? Disgusting.
See, but
I said, you are aware that the drain from the shower and the toilet empty into the same.
But here's the thing.
Pipe.
Here's the thing. I agree with them to an extent. If you pee facing away from the drain, you're fucking gross.
You gotta pee right into the drain.
Yes, or at least towards it, so that it doesn't just run over your feet.
But the kid did not believe me. I said, "Take a walk with me. Let's go to the basement here, real quick." Went to the basement. I said, "You see that big pipe right there? That's the sewage pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see these other pipes right here? I said that pipe right there. See where it's coming from? You know what's right above that? I don't know what. The kitchen sink. Where's it going? To the sewer. See that other pipe right there? You know where that's coming from? The toilets. And the shower.
I just added just a bunch of random shit to this video.
I was like, so...
I changed the title.
What are you thinking?
I added to the title. I don't want to take away from your fucking gusto.
What?
I clickbaited it. I was like, the truth exposed, all caps, lie. Hey, if it works, it works.
I don't give a fuck anymore. But it was, I was like, where'd you think there was a water pipe and a sewer pipe? What the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah, but don't act like, am I the only one that ever had the thought of, like, when I was a kid, that I was like were you ever taking a shower as a kid and you were like, I wonder if it could ever happen that, like, if my mom took a poop and then flushed the toilet, if it came out the shower.
Which, if you have a backup, it will.
But like the shower head.
No.
So you're showering in poop.
No, that's physically impossible.
I know, but you never had that thought when you were young?
That's an inline. It'll only come up through an outline.
You never had that thought when you were young before you understood the laws of plumbery?
No, I've never. I was kind of a...
You think if the laws of plumbery get like booted by some situation, do you think a plumber just would look up and what in Plum Nation? I'm starting that. I'm not even a plumber. I'm starting that for plumbers. Oh, there goes the fucking tinnitus.
What?
I have tinnitus.
What's tinnitus? Well,
it's an ear thing.
Oh.
So every once in a while, like, everything on one side just kind of, like, it doesn't go silent. It just goes very dull, and then it rings for a minute or two. Like, it's like a snap. Like, literally, you'll be sitting there like, ah, da, da, da. Like, I tell people all the time, if you're sitting with me and you see me just kind of go, it's because one of the sides of my head started eating crayons and licking windows.
Apparently, Gregory doesn't like my bitching about shit. But you know what? Who has the fucking microphone?
Yes.
That would be me. Lindsay says tinnitus sucks. I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah, it's what happens when you listen to really loud music and go to concerts without ear protection, which I still do.
Anyway, let's get back.
So while there's more people in here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends.
Yeah.
Everybody who sends me a screenshot of them sharing it, or has somebody in this chat to watch the video that says that somebody in the chat sent them to this video, gets our love and appreciation.
Anyway, I'm giving nobody love and appreciation tonight, except myself. Self-love tonight.
It's the only love you get anyway.
All right, so
and the dog.
Let's get back to
and
Black
the peanut butter.
Let's get.
He said head.
Gregory wants to know what brought it to a head. You know, the amount of, it might have something to do about the effort that goes into a podcast. Most people think we just come in here and talk bullshit.
Yeah.
It takes hard work to sound this horrible and sound this stupid.
Which, before you go too far into that and people are like, well, blah, 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 blah. We're not saying we don't want to do it. It's when we do it and then something fucking stupid.
Right.
Like this fucking, like our mixer deciding to not fucking push audio to the headphones, but it'll push it to the monitor. And it happens right before we go live. That's what's the shitty part. I don't mind the effort. I enjoy the effort. I enjoy sharing my interests and my opinions. But when it's fucking something stupid like that, you're like, you cocksucker motherfucker, you. Ask not what you can do for your mixer. Ask what your mixer can do for you.
Most people don't realize this. Views and downloads go down in the summertime.
Yeah, because people are actually doing stuff.
Right. People don't have the time.
Yeah.
Views in the fall.
Less YouTube views. They're not jacking off as much.
But it is frustrating.
Their dogs eat less peanut butter.
Let's be honest. And I love the people in the chat room. You guys are fucking awesome. But let's be honest. When you have more people watching live for the next 2 hours or hour and a half or however long we do this.
Then overall.
Then we'll watch it in the next 48 hours.
Yeah.
It's disheartening. It's disheartening. Really.
True story. Bubba Ray Dudley started out as a stuttering idiot.
Well, I'm just.
He said, "My name is." It wasn't just a stutter though. He was very borderline insensitive with how he did it. He said, "I'm but," and I was like, "That's not just a stutter."
And I don't want millions upon millions of views.
I do.
I'd be all right. I'm all right with what I have. But
I mean, I am too. I wouldn't hate it.
But when you watch shit that is complete and total horse shit.
Horse shit.
I mean, it's
fucking I don't know how to say horse in Spanish.
It is horrible trash. Audio sucks. I mean, we don't have great audio. We don't have great video. But just because I don't have tits.
What's that supposed to mean? I have tits and it doesn't work out for us.
I watched a video that was literally fucking trash because it was a female and not even a hot female. I get if it's a hot female. If you're this hooker was about.
I mean, there is a way to work the algorithm.
Yes, but it's just a pain.
We don't know it.
To push, like what you did, what you were just doing just 2 minutes ago.
Yeah,
that's frustrating to me.
To sit and do it.
No. That is a hack to do it. Complete bullshit.
But it uses the fucking...
Right.
Well, no, it's not. Our truth is being exposed, and it is live.
Yeah. But, it's just... I'm not in it for the fucking money, but to work 40 to 60 hours at a regular job, and then come in and put...
40, 60.
I mean, I generally...
Well, probably...
I don't work... I've worked my fair share of 24-hour shifts. But to work 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours, wherever, and then come in and do this, that's like tomorrow night. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
Edit this to get it out on the audit feed. That's one night.
I'll be dog sitting still.
Tuesday night, preparing somewhat for Wednesday show. There's another night.
If we want to call it preparing.
But
that one, I will say that one is like the break, which I feel like that's part of the reason why we still do that show. Or why we started redoing that, or started doing it again. Because it was nice to have one of these where we don't have to sit and put
shit
10 hours into research and fucking notes.
And then Wednesday night, do the show. Do the Patreon. It's, 11 o'clock before we get done and wind down. And
you're this fired up over YouTube views?
I'm just, it's frustrating the amount of effort that goes into this. And something so stupid as a fucking algorithm.
See, but that's the thing.
Controls it.
That's the thing. You're looking at it the wrong way. YouTube isn't going to do us any favors. Unless we learn how to use YouTube. YouTube is the favor.
I'm half tempted to pull off YouTube. And go back to Facebook Live.
I mean, we could always do Restream too.
Restream and do Facebook and Instagram and Facebook.
Well, if we're gonna do Restream, we might as well do YouTube just to fuck, because at that point,
and
why
not give a fuck about YouTube. I mean,
and if we're doing Restream, we don't have to particularly care about any of them because we could do fucking. I mean, fuck. If we did Restream, we could do Facebook, Instagram, right. TikTok Live, fucking. We could start a Twitch channel. We should look into that. We should look into starting a Twitch channel, and we should look into starting a Discord.
I'm allowed to be fucking frustrated for putting in 100 fucking hours a week between editing, studying, trying to make fucking clips, trying to fucking do TikTok, do shorts.
Haven't seen Papa Will.
Hey, welcome, Papa Will. Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while, but it's frustrating to put in a fucking 100-hour week.
That was a good.
100-hour week there's a reason why there hasn't been any TikToks out here lately.
Yeah, because we haven't had clips. Because I've been working 60 hours, so you've been here doing fucking everything. Which, not that I do a whole lot, but especially now that we're back to our old video editing software,
right?
I'm at least going to. It's a lot easier for me to at least make a master of clips.
That's like this weekend.
You're much quicker with the final editing of clips, but mastering them, I think I'm pretty good at eyeballing a good spot to make a little fucking 10-second video.
Like this weekend, I had a fucking good weekend, and you know what? I didn't do a damn thing with this podcast. And you know what? The last time,
neither.
Like yesterday, went to the movies, went out to eat.
Oh, you went to the movies? What'd you see?
What do you think?
Top Gun? Fucking good, wasn't it?
I have to say,
it was better than the first one.
And I even teared up a little.
When
Iceman died.
That's when?
Yeah. And there was, when he was telling the story, when he was in bed with Penny, about why he did what he did.
Yeah.
And he took the blame when it was really his mother or Meg Ryan's character.
Yeah.
And he took the hit.
Yeah,
for his mom,
Rooster.
And wouldn't tell him because he didn't want him to. I was like, damn.
Spoiler alerts.
Oh, fuck it. Who gives a fuck?
Well, that's how it works. You have to say spoiler alerts. Spoiler alerts. Was it not an opportunity missed for him to not punch Rooster when he tackled him?
Yes.
I was like, he should have punched him. If that was real life, he would have punched him.
Yeah. Even though I did not like.
Did you see the part I was telling you about?
Which part?
I remember telling you, I was like, it's not a spoiler, but I remember telling you there's a part where something's going on, and right when something happens, I immediately went, what was his name? What was the Iceman wannabe?
Hangman.
Yeah. As soon as it happened, I was like, Hangman's gonna come and save the day. And he did.
I knew that was because I've seen previews.
Mm-hmm. As soon as that situation arose, I was like, the douchebag is getting an opportunity to redeem himself. That's what's going to happen.
This was better than the first one. A little bit more action-packed, a little bit.
They started off hot, too.
They started out hot, action-packed. The training was much better than the training in the original.
Mm-hmm. I love how they went out there, and he was like, dead. Like, you just fucking knocking him off.
Yeah. But What I didn't like, or I should say, what I hated about it was because Top Gun has this thing. You know, the first one you have the volleyball scene.
This is when they have the
dual football.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Go just play regular football. Don't make it fucking confusing.
I don't know. Well, I liked it from the team building standpoint because if you think about it, there's so much going on. You have to synchronize to an extent.
Yeah, but I did.
And I was watching it. I was like, that does look like it'd be kind of fun if I was fucking 10 years younger.
This one had a little bit more humor in it. A little bit. Especially like when, they're at the end.
Dude, when they were arguing in the woods, especially just when they were arguing in the woods, he's like, "You were supposed to go. I was trying to save your life. What were you thinking?" He said, "You told me not to think." I just sat there like,
and then when
fuck you, shorty.
When they decide how they were going to get out of the situation.
Yeah, that Cartoon Network Tom and Jerry bullshit that they pulled. What the fuck?
I was like, all right, this is actually, but the best part of
fucking
the whole
Ron
fucking
Weasley
movie,
the flying car.
You watched it in a movie theater,
yeah,
right? Loud as fuck.
It's like I told you, you need to watch it in a movie theater,
right? You feel
the first time,
you feel it.
Yeah,
I mean, those fucking when the afterburn, you fucking feel it. You
I look, dude. There were so many times where me and better half just like it'd be going on, and we're just like.
But the worst part, the funniest part of this movie, didn't happen in the movie. It was some jackass behind me fell asleep and was snoring.
How?
I was like, how in the fuck did this fucker fall asleep? You'd be watching there and all of a sudden you hear, I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't woke him up.
I'm like, for one, how could you fall asleep in this fucking movie?
Mm-hmm.
It's loud as fuck in here. And
they're so much louder than they used to be. Or maybe the audio is just better.
The seats were vibrating.
Yeah. I mean, I've fallen asleep at the movies, but like...
I'm like, and there's only one row, one row behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I said, motherfucker, how in the fuck did you fall asleep? And couldn't the person with the whisk kind of give up? Hey, you.
I don't know, but we got the squeaky row. I was pissed. Like, better half's fucking... It was like the whole way. I was like, God damn it. And then the guy next to me had a fucking squeaky chair.
I got a kick out of, the previews and all that when they give the rules. I haven't been to the movie theater.
Oh, the no cell phones, all that shit.
Keep your clothes on and no smooching or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess blowjob's out of the question.
Well, there's also the fact
and
that I don't care. Like, that's like some junior high shit. The only reason you have problems with people making out in the movies is when there's a bunch of kids, because it's the only dark place that they can get.
But I was like, well, they should, walking out, I said they should add no fucking sleeping. Take out the making out and add fucking no snoring. I'm like, God, I could understand.
Just give out breathe right strips on the way in.
If it was a boring, stupid fucking movie, but it was fucking loud. I mean,
yeah, if you were watching isn't there like a Downton Abbey movie that just came out on like fucking Peacock or some shit?
Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's get back. We've ranted enough. But anyway, let me get back to my point. I had a good fucking weekend, and I did not do shit with this podcast.
Yeah.
I was like,
we have to sometimes.
I mean, I just needed to fucking... And there was a, week...
It's just like the Wednesday show.
Just said, fuck it. I told you, don't worry. I told you, don't worry about it.
It was the last thing on my on my list of things to do.
Because you even said something maybe third. I was like, don't worry, fuck it.
Yeah, it wasn't really on the top of my to-do list. Not because I don't want to do it, just because I'm dog sitting for two of my very good friends that are pooping a baby out of their butthole. Well,
that's not how that works.
It's not what my mom told me.
And a stork does not bring them.
Next thing you're going to tell me that they don't pee and poop out of the same place.
You're the one who watched fucking Discovery Channel more than me.
I don't know.
Anyway, black-eyed kids. Okay, let's get into these dumbass black-eyed kids.
Child abuse.
Yes. Their appearance is what sets them apart. Generally, their ages are from...
Oh, appearance. I thought you said parents. I was like, what fucking parents? Isn't that kind of part of the deal?
Parents will come into it. We're going to talk a little bit about it. But their appearance is what sets them apart. Generally, from the age of 6 to 16.
That would justify them as kids.
Yes.
Or classify.
More male, but there are reports of female.
Oh.
It's not...
Are there any gender-neutral black-eyed kid?
I don't know.
That'd be interesting if that evolves with the story, because, like... There was a gender fluid black-eyed being on my front doorstep.
Next time I run into a black-eyed kid, I'm going to ask, before you ask to come in, what the fuck are your pronouns?
That's fair.
I want to know.
That's fair.
Because if it's plural, get the fuck off my couch or off my porch.
Why? Well, I don't have a problem with it. I'm just going to forget, and then you're going to get mad at me.
Yeah, I don't want to misgender you. Anyway.
Oh, you fucking, you, what's the word? You need to be more woke. No, I don't give a shit what you are. But you're going to yell at me as soon as I mess it up.
And I have a shitty fucking
I'm
memory.
sorry.
I'm
can
old.
I just cry and get my butterfinger now?
Yes. You can tell me your name, and I'm going to fuck that up in 5 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. My name is Ashnatoshtata. 5 minutes later. You done in the bathroom, Steve?
Well,
Steve?
I'm surprised I haven't been canceled yet. I call everybody buddy. Hey, buddy. Especially if I don't know your name. What's up, buddy? Male or female? I'm going to start calling everybody sweetheart. What's up, sweetheart? Male or female, don't give a fuck. Keep them guessing.
Well, I think, see, I've had this, I think it has something to do with the approach as well. I say it pretty often, like, I don't understand how guys can come off so creepy because, and it might just be because I have a ability to say and talk to people of the opposite sex and not creep them out. And I'm like, well, if you come off and put out the vibe that you're not trying to fucking like cut their heads off and mount them on a fucking plaque while you like dip their bodies in fucking wax, you usually don't have such a problem. But if you're like, hey, you're really pretty.
Anyway, okay, their parents 6 to 16 years old. Pale skin, even though I have heard stories of more olive skin. Which, you know, let's be honest, black-eyed kids is really a white thing.
Most of this shit is a white thing.
I don't think I've ever heard of a story from a person of color telling an experience about black-eyed kids that I know of. I'm sure there might be
unless you
one out
break it off as a demon thing.
Right. Generally, you can tell. Most people notice their clothing before they notice their eyes. They generally have outdated clothing or clothing from a different time period. You know, looking like maybe
So they're walking around in like
a bonnet.
fucking. That's not even. They're walking around in fucking Jinko jeans and etnies.
Yes, but yeah, but they just kind of look out of place for this time frame. They're not going to be. You're not going to see.
I mean, that's normal now, though.
You're not going to see a 16-year-old black-eyed kid in, you know, skinny jeans.
That's not abnormal though. Like fashion is getting weird.
It's going to be capri type pants with suspenders, probably.
Well, I don't want to say weird. It's just getting to. I just don't understand it fully. Like I was at a thrift store, the like Christmas time ish last year with my significant other and her younger cousin that was in town for Christmas, and like she came up.
Oh yeah.
She came up. She was like, "What do you think of these?" And you know my girlfriend. She's nice, like can be nice to a fault.
Yes.
And she was like, I like them. I just don't. She was like, it's just got kind of like a 14-year-old boy vibe. And her cousin was like, yeah, that's what I'm going for. I was like, and then she walked away. She just like walked away, and I was like, your cousin dresses like fucking like Spinelli from the show Recess when I was a kid. Don't get me wrong. I love her cousin is great for how young she is.
Tyler
I'm
says
not big on a lot of kids, but she's cool.
Tyler saying this in the chat. So basically, an abused Amish kid, kind of, that kind of
So
look.
you mean just an Amish kid?
Yes. So Rumspringa is the time.
Rumspringa.
I'd be curious to do the research, do the evidence, look at the evidence in the sightings and Rumspringa.
I don't know. There's
at the same time.
Oh, they just show up drunk as fuck.
I think we just cracked the code. We cracked this case wide open.
But do they have do the black-eyed kids traditionally have dumb fucking haircuts?
Kind of that bowlish type. There's a lot of reports of that bowl type haircuts, but
like their haircuts Amish people's haircuts have the same silhouette as the head of a penis.
That is true.
Like David Turpin.
That is very true. Now,
wait, give it some time. The Turpin family will be covered on GITN podcast.
Their clothing and appearance is not the only way to distinguish themselves from normal human kids. Their speaking also seems to be different, outdated, from a different era, like using what?
Knock, knock. Honey, there's some kids on the porch. Let's see what's going on. Can I help you? Hello, governor.
But they'll use. I've heard stories where the kids have asked to use a telegraph rather than a telephone.
Okay, I don't give a fuck if you're 5. If you walk up on the doorstep and you ask to use my telegraph, I want to tell you to go fuck off. First off, no. Second, don't have one. Third, even if it was telegraph times, not every fucking household had a goddamn telegraph thingy. Always makes me think of the movie Balto. Because for some reason that bulldog or the dog that was in the office of the telegraph place in Balto could, like, his ear, like, twitched with the fucking telegraph thing and he, like, knew what it was saying.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, sick children, stop. Stop.
All
telegraph, right. What a stupid fucking form of communication.
So, let's get to one of the first written stories. Back in 1996, a gentleman on the internet.
Okay, excuse me. I didn't even know that burp was coming.
It appeared.
But this isn't a personal, like, anecdote then.
No, it's a personal story. Yeah.
This isn't like a headline or.
No, this was written. I believe it was in a Facebook group type thing.
That's where we find the legitimacy of this Black Eyed Kids thing. Where's the fucking MySpace stories?
Yes, in 1990, or it might have been something like a MySpace story, maybe, because I'm not. No, Facebook.
When?
Facebook was around 96.
I don't think MySpace was around in 96.
In some kind of group chat room, I believe. I don't know the exact name of it, but it wasn't Facebook.
Silk Road.
But it was a reporter from Texas by the name of Brian Bethel. His encounter took place.
I already called bullshit. Don't trust a man named Brian Bethel.
Okay, you can do that. But his encounter took place in a parking lot of a movie.
Oh, I know this story.
Yes. He pulled in there. And,
do you mention what movie?
Mortal Kombat.
Fuck it. Mortal Kombat. The original one.
The original. He pulled in there because he had to pay for his internet service. So he pulled in and wrote a check. Now, for you young...
See, that shit blew me away. I was like, what? Or this blows me away. Like, there was internet service in 96? I thought it was all off those AOL discs.
That's kind of what I thought, too.
That's a fucking big spender over here.
Or he was just going to go... He was going to...
Did he change his name to Bill Gates later?
Or a satellite store and paying his phone bill.
Was it internet or, like, phone and cable?
I heard... Well, AOL plugged into the phone line.
Oh, yeah.
So pay your phone bill.
Oh, yeah, so I guess... Well,
so that's probably what he was doing, if we're being honest, was a satellite store to his...
He had to go get him another internet disc.
But he was writing a check. And for those people who don't know what a check is...
I write checks 3 days a week.
Have you ever... Well, business-wise.
I've written checks.
You've written checks?
Yeah.
Impressive.
I'm part of the world where we actually, like, they even taught us how to write checks when I was in, like, a home ec.
Yeah, Greg says he had internet in 1990. Yes, but, like, I believe it was over the phone line. It was through the phone, most likely.
Well, it still is.
Yeah, no, mine's not through the phone line.
What's it through?
Cable line.
Oh, yeah, that's because you have cable.
Yeah.
Weirdo. I literally log you into, like, almost every streaming service and you still have cable. I get it just because your phone is tied into it as well.
Phone and internet and everything else. But he was sitting there writing a check. He was just writing away, writing. He
wouldn't have had this encounter if he didn't fucking have to void that first check out because he put the wrong thing in the wrong place. I hate that. I fucking hate that. Like, you put the date in, like, the fucking digit total box or something like that, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've just put the fucking date in there and be like, well, I can't fucking. There's no way I'm going to be able to pull off turning those into something else. Like, all of us is also done.
Yeah. But he was sitting there writing a check. He heard a knock on his driver's side window. He rolled down the window, and a sudden fear took over.
His butthole just got so clenched.
Well, he saw an older boy, and the boy said he wanted to watch a movie, but him and his brother forgot their money.
Likely story.
They asked Bethel for a ride home to get their money.
No.
And this is where it gets kind of creepy.
See, when in 96, I could buy that even more if he had done it.
The kids actually said this to him, apparently, through reports. This kid said, "We're just kids. We don't have a gun, and it won't take long."
Okay.
Wow, I can't even spell.
I saw that.
Look at that typo.
I saw that.
Damn autocorrect.
One.
No red flags there.
As soon as you tell me you're just kids, I'm going to automatically think that you're fucking midgets stacked up with normal clothes on. 2. Why the fuck would a kid feel the need to tell me that they don't have a gun?
Exactly.
Up until Columbine, I would just assume that nobody...
Columbine 96? 96 or 97?
Something like that.
It was around this time. I don't know the exact
There's
date.
another story that, like, it's not... It's not. I wouldn't even say it's Columbine adjacent, but there's another story I want to cover that gets tied into. Do you know there's a fucking game of like a Columbine game?
Oh shit!
That somebody made like online. Yeah,
that's important.
How fucked is that?
Columbine's an interesting story. I learned something this week.
What do you mean? We know why it happened and who's at fault. It's fucking Marilyn Manson.
No, but there's more to what they wanted to do.
Oh yeah,
the shooting was they didn't even want. We'll cover. We might cover it on an episode. Their concept, what they.
Oh yeah, because that'll probably be the only school shooting that I would be willing to cover.
They did not want to do a school shooting. They were wanting to do something else that would cause much more devastation.
Mm-hmm.
It just when that didn't work out, they went to the shooting part of it. Mm-hmm. From what I heard,
yeah.
I never heard that before. 99 April, so around that time. I thought it was closer to. I thought.
What was the date? It was April 26th.
I don't know. Anyway.
Or 25th, 1992. There was a riot on the streets. Tell me, where were you? I was sitting home watching my TV.
What year?
1992. Like I said, where were you? You were sitting home watching your TV while I was. It's Sublime lyrics.
Okay.
It only took one brick to make that window drop.
If a kid tells you we don't have any gun, if anybody comes up to you and says, I don't have a gun.
You have a gun.
Whatever.
Call me crazy. If you look at me and go, hey man, I don't have a gun. Can I borrow $5? I'm going to be like, I'll give you the $5. Just don't shoot me with the gun that you clearly fucking have, Mr. Sir.
Now, Bethel, even though he was apparently shitting his pants and very nervous and knew something was up, looked at the movie marquee, saw what was playing, saw the showing,
and saw that no child of this age should be going to see Mortal Kombat,
and noticed that the movie had already started.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he told these.
Oh yeah, they would. The movie would have been ruined anyway. They would have walked in, and Goro would have been on screen, all 4 arms of him and shit, looking like fucking Michael Clark Duncan with.
I've never seen Mortal Kombat.
What? It's so. It's one of those movies that's like, it's bad, but that's kind of what makes it good. The remake, actually, I didn't fucking hate.
But he told the kid that this would be a waste of fucking time, basically. Just a kid. By the time I get you home,
your money. Yeah, just go home and jack off to the blurry titty channel.
Exactly. I mean, what was that, Spice Channel and Playboy?
Yeah, Spice.
Yeah, baby. You're
and then once a year there was the fucking like free trial where they unlocked them to like all the customers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my dick was raw for a week straight.
Let's just say Vaseline stock went up.
I had
Johnson & Johnson
I had
stock
fetishes
went through the roof.
I had fetishes and kinks that I don't actually have for a week just because they could.
Moon Unit says he's glad he made
we got names in here that we never see anymore. Moon Unit, Papa Will.
We're happy to see.
We thought you fucking loved us. I'm just kidding. Hi.
So Bethel basically told these kids, "Hey, you're fucking on crack, kids. This shit ain't happening."
That's what I'm saying. There's way too much explanation here. Why wasn't it just get the fuck out of here, you freaks?
Now,
and had he noticed their physical appearance by this point?
Now, this is what I was about ready to get into. It. Now, according to Bethel, their eyes did not.
Yeah, get into it.
Didn't turn Complete. Wow.
Yeah, you fucked. What?
Typing, I could not fucking type. Autocorrect is a bitch, apparently.
Their eyes didn't turn comments black.
Completely black until after he denied their request. I would almost say
that was just their pupils dilating because of all the meth.
Or he just blocked it out or didn't notice it or something. I don't know. I find it hard. If you see a kid with fucking solid black eyes.
If you see a human with solid black eyes.
You're going to notice that shit.
Outside of a haunted house or some shit.
According to Bethel, once he denied the request, the older kid got frustrated, and that's when his eyes turned black.
Okay, but he's still a 16-year-old kid. If you're at this point, you would think that he's not thinking there's supernatural backing to all this. So, like, what? Your eyes get all big and poofy. I'll be like, oh, look at you. You look like Puss in Boots, you fucking douche. Get out of my goddamn car window.
Now, at this point, the older of the black-eyed douchebags said they couldn't get into the car unless they were invited.
Will I Am? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes. Hey, don't fuck with the black-eyed peas.
F to the E to the R-T. Oh, wait, no, it's D to the E to the L-I-C-I-O-U-S. But don't fuck around and go back to the original sound, the original audio for the one song.
Why?
It's always Let's Get It Started. They have done away with the original.
What was the original?
Let's get retarded.
Oh yeah.
Like they've done away with that song entirely.
Right.
Which I'm all for freedom of speech and all that shit. Like I say all the time. I understand that there are words that are hurtful. I don't think you're ever going to stop anybody from saying. But in a situation like that, I do not blame the Black Eyed Peas for making that decision.
No,
it's a great business decision for a multi-platinum fucking recording artist.
I don't blame anybody.
But at the same time, Morgan Wallen made a comeback from yelling the fucking N-word.
I don't blame anybody for not wanting to rock the boat and taking back and.
Oh yeah, especially when you're that far in the public eye. I still don't understand how the fuck Morgan Wallen. It's just like that shit disappeared. Did you see that video?
No.
He just like yells the N-word at like fucking like 5 o'clock in the morning somewhere in Tennessee, like leaving the chick's house or something like that. And then everybody's like, "Oh, that's racist," but it all goes away as soon as he hits the stage in Chattanooga with pour me another round.
In Tennessee, you would think he'd get a lot of compliments. Hell yeah,
right?
Brother.
They'd be like, "Hell yeah, brother! Honey, bring me I need my fresh hot cup of Code Red Mountain Dew to start my day."
Hey, fuck you!
I had a Code Red Mountain Dew the other day.
That is fucking the nectar of the gods.
What do you think would happen if you made coffee with soda? Or better yet, instead of drinking energy drinks and shit, what if you made coffee and then you poured the coffee into the coffee machine and you made a second round of coffee with it?
Isn't that what espresso is?
Yeah. But you had a whole fucking glass of it.
I don't know.
I wonder if Starbucks will even do that. Can I get 16 ounces of espresso, please? You know that's like 13,000 milligrams of caffeine, right? Yeah.
I'm good.
Well, because the human being's only supposed to have like 500 or 600 or something like that, like tops.
I got that down by fucking 9 o'clock.
I was gonna say I definitely break that. Not often, but when I am pulling like Tuesday, I'm pretty sure I definitely had more than that.
How many grams?
Because I worked fucking.
I have my glasses on.
But I'm pretty sure I definitely broke that on Tuesday. But I also worked. Holy shit! 39 grams of sugar. Why did I drink this?
Fuck, sugar is awesome.
But it is. But
give me diabetes. Put me in the dirt.
30. See, this is only 34 milligrams. The energy drinks I usually drink are 300.
All right.
But yes, I'm pretty sure I definitely broke that on Tuesday. But I also worked almost 14 and a half hours that day.
You gotta do something to keep the pace.
I worked 13 yesterday.
This
fucking killing it.
This story is been done over and over again. Every podcast talks about this story that we just spoke about. Every video.
Well, there's not that many. Like, right. there's really not that many. I don't even want to say plausible or viable because none of them are fucking viable. But, like, there's not that many stories where people are like, black-eyed kids, black-eyed kids, black-eyed kids, black-eyed kids. Look at my black-eyed kids. I beat them on the weekend.
There is one other story that I'm going to kind of mention. I'm not going into the detail about it, but because I want to talk about what happens if you do let said children into your home.
Do you have the couple?
Yes.
The older couple?
Yes.
Okay.
But
That's the only other one, like only other major one that I know about.
I'm just roughing it. I didn't.
Well, because that one, I find that one more interesting than this one.
I mean, I'm just.
Because honestly, at the same time, you know what? What's his name? Bethel?
Brian Bethel.
Brian Bethel? Fuck you, Brian Bethel. Well, you're a dick. You stood in the way of letting kids see Mortal Kombat. I grew up watching Mortal Kombat. Oh, you shouldn't see R-rated movies. Bitch, it was the 90s. You shitting me?
We talked about this the other night.
There was just fuzzy muff running around left and right in the 90s.
The 90s was a great fucking decade.
Let those kids watch Mortal Kombat. Let them see questionable acting and shitty special effects.
Yes.
Still love that movie, though. Speaking of ruining childhoods, anybody who's around my age or close to it in some way, shape, or form, here's a way to ruin your childhood. The Red Power Ranger murdered his fucking roommate with a 30-inch sword. Boom.
Okay, we'll go with that.
I fucking love Power Rangers.
I'm not going to go into detail about that story. Just I want to know, use it in the context of what happens when you let these hooligans.
Well, I have a feeling over the course of that, I'll be like, well, didn't they blah, blah, blah anyway?
Right.
I will pontificate upon the people.
But
that sounds dirty.
The interesting thing about black-eyed kids that I learned
is that they never learn their lesson because their eyes are always black.
Oh, I have a way to defeat the black-eyed kids and ruin this.
Butterfingers?
Kind of. We'll cover it later. So stick around for that. I have a foolproof method to solve this problem.
Lay it on me, Philium.
We'll do it later. I don't want to blow.
Oh, is that the culminating? Is that the nut at the end?
Yes. The fireworks will be going off.
We're stroking. We're not busting yet.
Yeah, but apparently knowing what we're just listening to our sexy voices right now,
being informed
about
in
the
ways that
kids
no human being can be informed except for by our giant dumb fucking brains,
will greatly increase your odds of interacting or getting a knock on the door tonight. Just by hearing us, watching this podcast, you could get a visit. Because they only come to people who know about them.
I don't know. Yeah, what's the worst case scenario for me? I mean, Travis should be careful. He's dog sitting. I used to live there. I know where the fucking gun is.
Now, there are several motherfucking problems with this concept.
That shit almost happened the last time I watched their dog.
What, Black Eyed Kids came?
No, I heard. I just happened to hear like that gun almost got pulled out. I heard something in the middle, like fucking 2 when I was laying down to go to bed, and like I heard it, and then I heard whoever it was kept moving. They didn't. I don't think they actually came up on the porch or anything like that. But I thought they did because they were right outside the porch. I went and grabbed that thing and racked that motherfucker and walked out the front door like, "Come on, keep it moving now. Go on now, get."
For you people in the chat, we are going to play some videos of black-eyed children here shortly. There's obviously no audio because that shit's
I'll
off.
fill in the audio.
We are going to commentate. We are going to John Madden, Pat Summerall the shit out of it.
Well, you see, the one kid on the left, he came on this side, and then the one on the right, he went around here. And I know it looks like I'm drawing a ball sack and penis on the screen, but that's what they did, Pat. They did the old switcheroo floppity flop flop flop.
But apparently just...
Look how purple my nose is.
Apparently just hearing about these stupid some bitches, you're going to have an interaction with them. So, tonight, I'm going to get a knock on the door. I'm sure of it. And hopefully that little fucker
it's gonna be a crackhead.
Will bring me a winning lottery ticket.
Honestly, as long as they bring me like a 20 ounce and a slice of pizza, I'll call it even.
So,
like you get to live.
But there are a lot of problems with that concept. That just knowing about them greatly increases your chances. So, do these kids have a sixth sense about about them? So they're going to come knock on your door. You set off does your aura change?
Mm-hmm.
And now they know. Or could it be
you're just covered in the stink of knowledge?
Or could it be you hear the scary story and your psyche plays a fucking joke on you or a trick?
Ghetto Boy style. My mind is playing tricks on me. R.I.P. Bushwick Bill.
Yeah. But I think that's more likely that your brain is just playing a joke on you. Of course, I mean,
we're honest about the fact that that's probably the situation with most paranormal shit.
If we've said it on a multitude of fucking podcasts. If you go into a paranormal investigation expecting to find something, you're gonna see something.
Yeah.
Does it make it real or not real?
And if you're unlucky, you're going to go with me, and it's going to be me crop dusting the shit out of you while we walk through there.
Yes, and that is not pleasant. So let's get into what happens.
Man, luckily everybody got away with murder or something today, because I literally was just farting my way through work all day. No stank. Lucky people. Like good ones too, like dad farts. The kind where like you can feel them rumbling and you physically stop moving and like kind of cock to the side and you're just yeah. And then you keep moving. Oh shit. Go on.
Now what happens when you
hide from the pizza man? Who the fuck hides from the pizza man? That's my third favorite human being in the entire world.
That motherfucker's like a member of the family.
Yeah, it goes my significant other, the guy that delivers the paychecks, food delivery people.
I'm a little upset that I'm below food delivery motherfuckers.
Oh, you're at like 10th or 11th. Behind the person that sells me cigarettes at the gas station. Okay. The doctor that sticks his finger in my ass.
Well, that fucker can be ahead of me.
Oh no, he's a terrible dermatologist.
Says he has that bit where he goes to.
That one, you didn't even catch that one, did you?
I ignore you half the fucking time.
Fuck, you ruined the joke. I said he's a horrible dermatologist. God damn it.
Oh fuck. Okay, so apparently when you let these kids in, shit goes off the rails pretty damn quickly. Sickness can follow, maybe even the infamous possible possession of a dark
gun
entity could take over your soul. Satan's spawn.
I always thought that was fucking stupid. Not that like how in movies you see people are like and their eyes are all nuts, and then you got the black-eyed kids and stuff like that. If Satan was any good at his job, wouldn't you think that these motherfuckers would just look normal still?
I'm sorry. We had to repeat that. I was reading Gregory on the chat.
I said, like, if you see all these people in fucking exorcism movies, and you talk about the black-eyed kids, and you hear all these stories, and they're always like, and they have crazy eyes. The devil clearly sucks at his fucking job, because, like, if it's that situation, I'm gonna be like, nope. That. Fuck you, jaundice, you piece of shit. They ain't jaundice. They didn't eat too many fucking carrots. That motherfucker's got the devil in him. You would think they would just be normal until it's too late.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't be fucking pea souping around the window or around the fucking room and crab crawling down the stairs, which was the only good part about the remake of The Exorcist, by the way.
Satan's got some explaining to do.
Satan, you got some explaining to do.
One story is of a husband and wife that let these dumbass kids into their home. They basically came, if I remember correctly, kids came to the door, knocked the door. It was snowing. Now, these people are obviously kind-hearted people.
Well, and mind you, if I remember this particular story correctly, they weren't, like, in town. They were out there a ways.
I think you're all right.
Yeah, like, so not a normal place to see. This is the ones that make, honestly, like, kind of make more sense to me. Which I'll get into why it makes more sense to me the further you get in.
Now, the kids came in. She was going to make them some hot cocoa, which
bet
fucking awesome. I'm down.
I'm in.
They asked if they could use the bathroom. Now, apparently, when they went to the bathroom, that's when shit got a little bit fucking weird.
Which is like that's your in. That's your bet. That's the best option you have to ask to get into somebody's house. Like, I'm much more likely to let somebody into the house if they're like, I'll be honest, man, I'm about to shit myself. I'd be like, I've been there. Go ahead, you little scamp.
We've proven we'll let people in to use the bathroom.
I mean, if you're straight up and honest, be like, hey, wait, bro, I got boo-boo. I got poop. I'd be like, same. Let me go first, and then you can go.
As these kids were, or this kid was going to making his way to the restroom. Or
making his way downtown?
Yes.
Walking fast?
Yes. Going to the bathroom. Apparently, the cats freaked out.
Meow.
Which, cats.
That's not horribly abnormal anyway.
Game recognizes game. Evil recognizes evil.
That's not that crazy, though. Like, just last night when I got off work, I had stopped at my girlfriend's house. Yes. To let her dogs out because she was working until late. And like, I let one of them out because the one wouldn't come near me, and then he just went into his cage and wouldn't come out of his cage until I sat at the kitchen table, let the other one in, and then started like loving on the other one.
Got jealous. Had to
Like
get some of that action.
No, it was like it was like he was afraid of me. But you know, like that shit. Animals act fucking weird, especially cats. They're fucking. I don't even know what to say about cats.
But as this kid was, jerking his evil demonic penis in the bathroom, apparently the power goes out. The cats are freaking out. The husband gets a nosebleed, which
devil dong. Now I'm gonna fucking sit here and think about Satan dick names.
Does not have the husband does not have a history of nosebleeds.
His Beelzebulge.
The kid came out and said, "My parents will be here soon. They're almost here." That's freaky.
His balls, BAHL.
Yes, balls of ball.
Balls. Well, Ball is also one of the unnamed demons.
Now, according to this couple in the story, or the legend, if you want to believe, a car showed up with 2 men in it, wearing dark suits.
I just had a fucking thought. Keep going.
First time for everything.
Keep going. I have a fucking thought to throw into this.
The kids leave, and nothing else bad happens. It's okay. Life is cool. Life is kosher. But the story does not end here. Apparently, the husband continues to have health problems, and eventually comes down with some weird kind of uncommon cancer. Now, this is all circumstantial.
that could be the explanation for the whole fucking thing happened that was going on with him the whole time.
But
an undetected illness.
Right. This story brings us to opens another door. Is there a connection between the Men in Black and the Black-Eyed Kids?
Okay, and here's another thought that I have, to what I was talking about, which this could be a whole nother episode.
Okay.
Could this be an unfortunate head rearing of the Finders cult? Have you ever heard of the Finders cult?
No.
It's kind of like a cult of kidnapping. For lack of a better word, there's more to it.
Kidnapping kids, or
yes?
Okay, makes sense. Answers a lot of questions. Doesn't necessarily cover the black eyes, but we will get it. We will get it. Well, normal black eyes.
When you're abducting people, you know.
I mean, but the solid black eyes, not the.
Yeah, but you give them enough fucking acid, and there you go. Go ahead. I'll read. Yes, he's right. He's right. Good comment, Tyler. He said Phil wants his black-eyed kids to be 18 and an e-girl on TikTok.
You're damn right. Come on in, sweetheart.
I'm still so sick of that shit. No matter how much, I don't like stuff like that.
What?
When I'm watching TikTok.
What?
The girls and they just still fucking throw it at you. I'm like, dude, give me fart videos and people getting hurt and animals doing cute, funny things.
According to my TikTok world, no woman ever wears a bra.
This is what my booty.
And you know what? I'm not fucking complaining.
Of course you're not.
Anyway, but if that shows up at my front door, I don't give a fuck what color their eyes are. They could have horns and a tail in the demonic sense, not the...
Just do it when I'm not here.
Travis, we got a visitor. Anyway, but this story does open the door to the the Men in Black. Is there a connection between these two? Most people associate Men in Black with aliens and ETs and all that shit. Now, could it be that maybe black-eyed children have been related to or thought to be more demonic or spiritual or, evil entity type thing? What if they're aliens? In some kind of cloaking device. The aliens.
Well, how do we know that these aren't people that may have seen something that they weren't supposed to see, and then the black-eyed kids pop up, and now it's that's going to be at the forefront of your mind because that was directly in front of you, and you talked to them and could have reached out and touched them, and people are going to be like, "That's crazy, man."
Well, but
whereas you could be like, here, look at this fucking picture I have of this UFO.
My thinking
maybe
is,
that's what it is. Maybe they're brainwashing information out of people as they're in front of them.
Well, what I'm thinking is, we've all heard of alien abductions. And most people associate aliens with the Greys. Big head, big eyes.
Yeah.
Little people. Maybe the aliens are getting smart. And let's cloak our bodies and do something more likely to gain access where we don't have to work as fucking hard.
Well,
we don't have to use
that's
that
kind of
fucking
already out in that's already out in the fucking universe anyway. There's people saying that they're just walking among us, either hybridized or they're in
one of the greatest movies of all time with Roddy Piper.
Oh my God. What was the other one he did? Something Comes to Frogtown or whatever the fuck.
So could
Terrible.
there be the
worse actor than fucking Hulk Hogan?
But we are more likely to let a child in than a fucking gray alien. Makes their job
arguably
that much easier. Now, aliens, even though they can traverse light years, obviously they can't get
they
can't get the fucking clothing right, the verbiage right, and the eyes right.
Why the fuck would they? They've been spending enough time to be able to travel a light year without it taking a year.
Yes. But it does make it interesting. Of course, there are those people that believe demons, aliens, same fucking thing.
Oh, yeah. A lot of religions believe that.
Right. There's no...
Like, anything outside of normal is demonic or is the devil trying to sway us from the path of the Lord.
Aliens are actually angels and demons. Good and bad. There's a war. There is a holy war, per se, going on in outer space, but it's between aliens.
So it's basically Thor.
Right. Yeah, Thor and Jane are just banging their hammers together.
They're just out there fucking up the ice giants.
Yes. So there are those people that believe that demons could be aliens, aliens could be demons, vice versa, kind of thing.
Einhorn is Finkel.
It's all
Finkel is Einhorn.
But that's an interesting concept, honestly. I think it could be plausible. Now, let's get into the realistic version of this. What do you think the odds are these are just pranks? The story comes out. Brian Bethel's story comes out. Just like Slender Man's story. Took off. Black Eyed Kids takes off.
The Killer Clowns.
Right.
How more people did not get run over and shot during that clown thing a couple years ago, I will never know.
Now, we all are aware, anybody that has kids or interacts with kids,
they're cock faces.
They are
sometimes
fucking dickheads. Assholes. All of them. Especially from the age of 13 to 16. 13 to 18, really. I'll say 16. Let's go 10 to 16.
Yeah, that's my least favorite time period.
My
second least favorite is when they can talk, but they're still wrong about everything, but they think they're right.
They think they know it all.
I mean, that starts at like fucking 4.
They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, and they will do shit just to piss you off.
I knew my ass from a hole in the ground. I've never once in my life, even as a child, looked at a hole in the ground and gone, "That's my asshole."
So, what are the odds?
About 1 in 6.
These kids are out really just asshole little punk bitches playing jokes.
I'd say that's more likely than any other option.
But like in my neighborhood, it'd be fucking dangerous because you can throw a baseball in any direction and hit somebody with a body count. You might want to go knocking on my neighborhood doors.
Right. Especially the lady across the street. Can I help you?
You're liable.
Did you park close to my house?
You be praying. Hey, but that leads us into I can solve this problem. And it's happened.
Shoot everyone.
If Black Eyed Kids are fucking real, if this is a real phenomenon, this actually happens. There is a Black Eyed Kid that showed up at a pedophile's fucking door. And that motherfucker said, "Come on in."
I don't know.
Next thing you know, that Black Eyed fucking kid was bent over the fucking couch getting rammed. That guy just going, "I'm going to bang the black out of your eyes, boy."
I don't know, but I'll tell you what.
Happened.
People that are scared of pedophiles really need to grow up.
What do you mean scared of pedophiles need to grow up?
Think about it.
Oh, you fucking... But you think about it. It had to have happened. Maybe that's why Black Eyed Kids aren't that fucking popular anymore. First one got his ass fucked real hard and said, "We're out. Ain't doing it."
Hello, sir. Can I come in and use your bathroom? Fuck yeah, you
Come
can.
on in, boy.
What's your name? Do you like popsicles?
I didn't have to offer candy and get out the white van for this motherfucker. He came. This is like the DoorDash of fucking pedophilia.
Thank you for letting me use your bathroom, sir. That's all right, boy. I'm going to use you as the bathroom here in about 5 minutes.
The kid comes out the bathroom, and he's just in the fucking hallway jerking.
Here's a bunch of noise. It comes out of the bathroom. Sir, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. Don't mind the electrified nipple clamps that are now attached to my body with master locks holding them in place. My name is Jethro. What is your name? What is your blood type? And how many miles away are we from your parents?
But you know it's happening. If that's a win-win. Let's be honest. Pedophiles get their rocks off. The black-eyed kids don't fuck with normal people. Everybody's happy. Hey, you gotta look at the fucking silver lining of it.
All I can say is at that point, I hope they are demons or aliens at least.
Yes, not an Amish kid on Rumspringa, drunk out of his mind, or on ecstasy.
Well, he definitely ain't going back to the church after that.
Don't think they'll have him. Oh, we are so fucking wrong here. All right, let's. Where am I at? That's really. Let's get into the.
Black-eyed child.
Live video of black-eyed kids, and it's like, what's going on here?
I don't know what the fuck I'm
There's
doing.
a live video of black-eyed kids, and the next thing you know, like, black-eyed Chris Hansen comes out of nowhere. Thank you, sir. My name is Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC.
Yeah.
They're Dateline Universe. I don't fucking know if they're aliens. Insert stuff.
All right, I'm going to have to turn. Let's see here. I'm about to do this real quick. I don't know if that. Hopefully.
Black-eyed child.
Fuck you. Fuck
Dude,
you.
I'm
Fuck you. There we go. All right. We're going to play the video now. Here's the first video.
Okay.
This.
I'm going to watch it on my phone.
Well, you'll be delayed.
Party pooper.
All right. Now, let me set the scene here. Now, the links are no links, but the credited authors or YouTubers are in the description. But there's no audio to this. Now, apparently, comes from
No audio.
A researcher. And he had been researching black-eyed kids and found that possibly they are attracted to a certain sound. So what does any good researcher do?
Plays the sound.
Plays the sound.
That's not I'm sorry, that's not research. You're just a nerd.
Yes. Now here.
Oh, wait, wouldn't we potentially be able to hear the audio on here, on their phones?
There's no audio to this.
Oh.
Dude. I muted it for a reason. Where the
hit it.
There we go. Here it is. Okay, here we go. Okay, so in this video right here, he's setting up playing the sound on his computer. Okay. So he's going to let it video record overnight is what he's doing. So he's playing this fucking sound. Is this motherfucker not playing?
Doesn't seem to be.
There we go. Now she's playing. Fuck, I don't know. What the fuck? Well, why won't it play? You cock munching motherfucker.
We suck at this.
Bitch, play.
I don't think that's going to help.
There's a way to. Anyway, well, that was just a cox. That was a cox. That sucks. Hold on. Let me see if.
Good one.
I wonder why it's not playing. Fucking technical ghost in the fucking machine. I'm going to have to edit the shit out of this episode. Fuck me running. All right. Fuck, let's go to the TikTok. I don't know if this will play or not. Fuck, who knows?
It's not looking good.
Actually, they might hear. Let me take this off. Let me see. Let's see if they'll play. They might hear it. I don't know.
Dude, I'm actually... freaking out. I'm gonna.
Now, in this one,
Dude, it gets
figure
more.
in it. You see that little figure there?
They can't hear this one.
Well, they can? Okay, you see the little figure. Then what the fuck is this dude doing? You go back to that figure.
What the fuck? Is that guy with him?
I don't know. I mean, what is this fucking... What's his name from Game of Thrones? The little person?
What the?
Tyrion Lannister?
It's not even moving.
Every time I move closer, it looks more. And
But does it go... I don't remember if it goes back to this other dude. What the...
That could just be a fucking My Buddy doll over in the woods.
Right. It looks like the head moves at one point.
What? Dude, okay. You know, yeah. This.
What's this?
Oh yeah, he looks fucking legit.
What, I mean, what the fuck, dude?
He's definitely a scientist.
Yeah. Don't need to play that again. Okay, here's the next one. Now, this one's weird. I will say this, but it's kind of funny. Okay, watch this.
Black-eyed
Okay, so they're in
child.
a car. Look at this. Now look at her. It's a girl, obviously. What the fuck? She got Spock ears? And look at the way she's walking. Like she's got walking in high heels with no high heels on.
That's just a crackhead.
Or meth head, one of the two. But
That's just a cosplay.
Let's watch again.
That's just a cosplaying
Look at this.
drug addict.
Look at the people. Look at does she looks like she had Spock ears. Nobody's noticing her. Period.
Oh, she does have Spock ears.
Or,
Yeah, but again, that's not abnormal.
that is fucking weird.
Yeah, she looks like a cosplayer.
And that is another aspect.
She looks like a cosplayer that's walking barefoot and her heels hurt because she's been wearing heels. That looked like a cosplayer chick walking home.
That is another aspect of this.
Yeah, I would almost put money on it. That chick just looked like a chick that was half out of a cosplay outfit for like Avatar or some shit.
Right. I do not. Or just a fucking homeless crazy person.
Yeah.
Very fucking possible.
That went to the fucking Renaissance Festival and got some of those ears. Chucky. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My Buddy.
But I'm wondering.
Chucky is based off of My Buddy. The My Buddy doll. It was a real doll.
Really?
Yeah, my brother had one.
I thought Chucky was based off that one story of kind of like Annabelle.
Oh no, it is. But like the doll itself that was in the movie.
Oh, the
Chucky.
actual doll itself.
Yeah, it was in My Buddy.
Okay.
Because my brother had one, and then when Chucky was a thing, we ripped its head off and duct taped it to a fucking broom handle and put it in the basement.
That's gonna piss me off about that other video.
Yeah, we got a lot of technical difficulties to hash out. Well, and when I say we, I mean you.
Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah, no, see, Gregory agrees with me. That was definitely just a chicken, like,
Right.
halfway changed out of her cosplay outfit.
Right.
And she probably just took her shoes off because whatever she was
But
wearing
why?
was fucking killing her feet. And
Why walk on your toes like that? Because she was literally walking like she had high heels on, but there was no shoes. You look
maybe
back,
she just because she was outside.
she was walking on the.
Maybe
balls
she was
of
trying.
her- or not the
Maybe
heel-
she was
or-
trying to minimize the amount of contact with bare ground.
But in that video, the second couple that walked past her there toward the end didn't even look her way. Now, you know me.
Which adds to the whole "it's whatever" thing. You
I'm
know
a
what I'm
people
saying?
person. If somebody walks past like me like that, I'm turning around going, "What in the fuck?" And I'm saying it that loud, but I don't give a fuck if they hear me or not. Because I'm a prick like that.
Oh, it also depends on where you're at. If that was like L.A., nobody's gonna fucking pay attention to that shit.
I don't know.
If the devil's real, the devil could walk down the fucking street in L.A. and people just be like, "Hey, Ted."
Listen, we're getting to the opinion portion of this episode.
This whole episode's been opinion.
I'm going to go out on a hard limb here. I'm going to go out on that limb and say, it's all bullshit.
Whoa, mind blowing.
Shocker.
You heard it here first, folks. And I'm in agreement. Fuck this urban legend bullshit.
It's
This is basically like the whole fucking boyfriend hanging from the tree hook hand
or
guy.
the local screaming bridge type shit.
Yeah.
Every town's got a story like that.
Yeah. This one's just fucking... Go figure, with the age of the internet arises shit like that.
The internet has fucked it up for everybody.
It's just like all those videos. Like, I saw a video, it was like, this has been found in the ocean, they're trying to cover it up. And it was like, what would be... One of them looked like a whale almost, but it would have been... 4 to 5 times the size of any blue whale. And then there was something like equally as massive heading towards that thing, but it was swimming in a serpentine motion.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm watching it and I'm like, yeah, no, that's fake. You can tell it's fake. I was like, oh, because the first thing I noticed, I was like, it looks fake. Well, and then the second thing I noticed is, look at the armada of helicopters they have. Because that's how they do stuff with that, like that. They have a literal small army of fucking helicopters. No, or it's fucking fake. And they put all those helicopters in there to be like, look how many helicopters we can fit in the sea monster. This one sea monster is 17 of helicopter.
I have a favorite ask of our wonderful viewers and listeners.
What?
Since we've covered this topic.
That's also what I was thinking of.
Since we've covered this topic.
Gregory said it could have been near like some type of convention.
Yes.
Which, if you've ever been anywhere near any type of convention, be it Comic-Con or anything like that, dude, you just, like, you don't pay any attention to what you see around you. Like, unless it's something you think is cool or something like that. Like, everybody's just fucking covered in LED lights, and chicks are walking around with fucking those foxtail butt plugs hanging out of their pants and shit.
Sweet. You had me at butt plug.
I just don't understand the wearing it in public thing. Not because, like, it's your kink, live your life, do what you want to do.
Do you?
Do you have to take it out before you sit down? Or do you have to sit down in a certain way?
I don't know.
You have to, like, clench really hard? Every time you sneeze, you'd have to clench.
I'm giving these people homework tonight.
Oh.
Or after you've listened to this. Since Travis and I both think this is complete and total horse shit, I want you guys, since the rumor and legend has it.
Maybe they're leprechauns.
Now that you know about it, you will see them.
Mm.
If you get visited while they're knocking on the door and you're looking through the people, pull up this video or send us an email and comment.
If I get a DM on Instagram of a fucking black kid walking down your street, I'm going to be fucking pissed.
If anybody that follows us on Instagram, hold on, let me get that social up there. At ghost_night_podcast and the black-eyed children visit you tonight. Grab your phone, Instagram.
Get your net gun.
Live DM us or DM Travis.
You know, that's an interesting thought. For situations like this, everybody should have net guns.
Net guns.
Yeah.
Oh,
like from the movies. You can buy them.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I thought about it.
But I want you to
take it to the bar. Just shoot random people with a net gun. Or take it to like a track meet. Like shoot somebody like mid-hurdle. See what happens.
That's just mean. But I think it'd be cool if you guys comment. If they visit you, comment. Or FaceTime Travis through Instagram. Or DM Live, whatever the fuck that shit is. We want to know.
It's just a DM.
But you can do fucking a live.
Yeah.
Like
a call, a video call.
Yeah, video call.
Yeah, you can do that.
Because we've done it on the show with.
I'm not going to answer.
Yes, you will.
I'll probably be at work.
That is your job. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not answering that shit at work. I don't even answer work fucking calls at work half the time.
God. For the love of God.
Like anybody that needs to get a hold of me knows to either call the other manager because she
needs you at that time to talk.
Everybody who knows me, who I feel comfortable with having any number for me, knows to either call the other manager because she is more accessible to her phone at all times because I'm using knives and shit, or to call the place I actually work at because despite popular opinion about my millennial generation, not all of us are glued to our fucking phones all the time.
I know.
Just ask better half. She fucking hates it.
I know,
because I am bad about like especially if I'm listening to music at work. Like once or a podcast, like once I plug it into the radio and set that shit down, I will literally just zone out and like I'll go fucking smoke a cigarette or something like that and not even touch it, not even think to grab it.
I know. I've texted you, and you're like my daughter. You might respond 5 minutes, or it might be 5 days.
Yeah, I'm bad. I'm just experiencing life, bro.
All right. I think I don't give a fuck about Black Eyed Kids.
I think it's bullshit. I think it's fun to talk about.
No, but I will say this. I wonder if this is kind of like Slender Man.
Oh, a tulpa?
Yeah, made up shit.
I think 100%. I think most of this shit is, though. We've had that conversation. I think most stuff outside of our realm of, realm of reality, outside of our reality period, is probably Tulpa-esque, because everybody's like, oh, this the fucking Reddit and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, motherfucker, no. This shit goes back is deeper than that. This shit goes back to fucking leaps and fucking bounds into history of humanity. There's so much shit, like vampires. I don't think vampires exist. That shit ain't nothing new.
Well, we've had this conversation.
You just want them to exist because you want to fuck them because they have pretty eyes in Twilight, you fucking weirdo. She had a weird little shimmy on her walk when she first came in. I think she... Is your foot asleep? You dirty bitch, literally. But yeah, like this shit is nothing new.
But I think
it's just like we have the boogeyman. They have the Russian kids are afraid of the fucking Baba Yaga. Like it just pick your fucking poison.
But I think it's very possible that
hell yeah, brother, roll that coal.
These Black Eyed Kids have been manifested by all the stories and the mental and energy put into it. And does that mean they're real? No.
Well, it means, and that's the other thing is like everybody's like, it's such a believable story. It's on fucking a Reddit or like a subreddit. It's not like we're fucking seeing a video and like seeing somebody's reactions to this, which can be faked anyway.
Well, it's like that video that didn't play.
Yeah, fuck knob.
Okay, I really should have told. I'll tell you about that video that didn't play. Basically, he's played that sound. First night, nothing happened. Second night, nothing happened. Third night, his light, the exterior light, motion light, came on.
Oh.
Fourth night, I think the same thing happened. Or the fifth night. Either the fourth or fifth night, the exterior light came on. All of a sudden, in the video, there's a kid standing there. You can see his face. You can see him standing there.
Like right there?
Right there. You couldn't see the black eyes. He was kind of far away.
Okay. Well, that's why I was wondering. Like, is he like right fucking in his face?
It's like you're looking. The camera's in the house, and it was like a screened-in porch, and he was kind of standing at the door of the screened-in porch. So, not at the door of the house, but the door of the screened-in porch.
Oh, so he Hopkinsville'd him.
Right. And yeah, but you can see a face. It's weird. And according to the video, the kid stands there for about an hour. Doesn't really move.
Did anybody go, hey, get the fuck out of here, weirdo?
Well, it was overnight. They were sleeping. Well, actually, he was sleeping. He heard a ruckus and came down 5 minutes. Conveniently came down a couple minutes after the kid left.
Okay. Yeah, that takes away from the legitimacy of the story for me.
This is the problem with YouTube videos of any kind like this, whether it be Black Eyed Kids, paranormal, UFOs. The shit can be faked so easily. We could do a video right now. That might be the only way we'll ever go viral. We'll fake that shit.
I'm totally down.
But
because we've already been talking about fucking like expanding our videos anyway.
Well, a parody of this shit, of the paranormal. At the end, it'll say,
I'll get body paint. I'll body paint myself.
I mean, it's just, that's why I don't believe any of this shit on YouTube or any video, Instagram, YouTube, when it comes to paranormal. Unless I was there. If a black-eyed kid comes to this fucking door tonight, okay, then I'll believe it. So watch.
I know, it's like we talk about shooting people and stuff like that. If it happened, I'd just be like, all right,
cool.
I brought this one on. What are you gonna do? Which hole? What studying do you need to do in my anus?
If a kid knocks on my door with black eyes and wearing, overall or old fucking cotton fucking hemp pants with suspenders, a bowl haircut, and got black eyes. Can I come in? How do you feel about pedophilia, motherfucker?
He's wearing a fucking. He's wearing bell bottoms and a Tommy Bahama shirt.
And a Magnum PI mustache.
So fair. Well,
yeah, you don't. Moon, you said you don't hear this shit happening in the projects. Fuck no. Oh, this is white privilege right here. We get the black-eyed kids.
fucking bullshit.
I'm all for spreading it around. They should.
That's an interesting thought, though. I'm gonna look into that.
What?
Like hauntings in the projects.
Little racist.
Because those got to be
A little racist, but a good concept, though.
Well, no, just because like it's so densely populated. There would have to. You would think, like statistically, there would have to be more chance for corroboration of stories.
We got a few minutes. Let's think about this for a minute. Other than the Ghost Brothers of these paranormal reality shows, how many people of color are there on any of these fucking shows? You take out the Ghost Brothers. Can you think of any?
Sorry, I guess I'm stuck in my tooth.
I can't think of any.
We're talking about strictly black people, or just people that aren't
Black
entirely Caucasian.
Black people. I can't think of any. You take out the Ghost Brothers.
Not that I know, not that I've seen. I'm not saying there aren't.
No, like
I was gonna say because
Paranormal Fact
like
of Fate
fucking
had
Stephen
some,
T.
like,
Shippey.
Latino.
I was gonna say Stephen T. Shippey, aka fucking
He's
Prozac.
Egyptian. Yeah, he's Egyptian, I think, isn't he?
I don't know exactly.
I think he's Egyptian.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I think he is. But you don't see a lot of minorities in paranormal reality.
It's because they know better.
Because
they're smarter.
They're smarter and don't believe in this shit.
They learned very early. See, that's what happens. The black guy dying in the first in all the movies was a learning point.
I ain't doing it. That was a big joke for a while.
It's one thing that white privilege never got us. We still die because white people are still stupid enough to go look at stuff, whereas because of the media, black guys are like, fuck that. I'm going home.
So the paranormal is the paranormal world racist? Is what I want to know.
Racist ghosts.
What isn't there a trans paranormal reality show now on one of the networks, or like the?
I mean, if there's not, there should be. Why not?
I think I did hear that.
If there's not, there should be.
Or maybe it's Demi Lovato's. They're highlighting that.
I know there's one in the UK with porn stars.
Now you've piqued my interest.
Oh, dude, I never told you about that. It's on. I think it's on Amazon.
A ghost hunting show with porn stars.
Yeah.
Oh,
or like
I'm
they
down.
might be former porn stars, but yeah, there's one where she's like trying to entice one of the ghosts. She's like, "Would you like to see my tits?" I don't think you can actually see them. I think they blur them out. But I was like, I was looking. I was like, this is fucking
awesome,
stupid as shit,
but awesome.
And then I thought about it. I was like, well, then I mean, really, if you go to the right place and you're fucking trying to flop out tits, probably might actually be a fucking decent method of fucking investigation, depending on where you're at. I'm not trying to be a chauvinist or anything, but like, if you went to like the Washoe Club, or where they were buying hookers and shit like that, or a prison, and you're like, look at my tats, you might get a pretty good chance of being like, but like, what are you gonna catch then? Like, what are the EVPs gonna be like? Oh fuck!
I'm gonna look this up tonight. We're ending the show, and I'm gonna look up porn star. Fucking reality porn or paranormal shows. I've never seen that. I've never Googled or searched on Pornhub paranormal.
Follow true emotions, or can you be a woke ghost? I say all the time, if it's an intelligent haunting, it's got to be. Like, they have to change with the times at least a little bit.
You know,
I seriously doubt, like, if there's been a ghost of like somebody from 1863 that died like on this property, I seriously doubt that they're like walking around while we're sitting there watching TikTok like, Your magical box, sorcerer, is alarming you to wake up now. Thou shalt arise and open thine eyes and go to the daily grind inside of your horseless carriage. No, I'm sure they're like, the car that I don't understand is parked. The iPhone that I don't understand but I know what it is in your hand.
Gregory says, I think ghosts don't really care about the stupid stuff. They are dead. Here's the thing I'm going to tell you. When I die, I will still care about boobies. Dead or alive.
Boobies.
I will love boobies.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to go flop some fake knockers around in the right environment with the right spirits, if there are any there,
just
it
like
could fucking work.
Black-eyed kids, if you can make it a black-eyed young adult over 21 with
that's how you get the black-eyed kids to go away.
Big knockers with black eyes, come on in.
That's how you get the black-eyed kids to go away. You cross over into their you do something or say something that is relevant to their personality, them personally, much like the titties with the prisoners in haunted prisons. When the black-eyed kids knock on your door and you open the door and you realize that they're black-eyed kids, you go, "This is your fault," and then they'll be like, "Daddy, no!" and they'll run away.
I'm just saying the black-eyed kid people.
Did you break my 9-iron?
Or whatever, they should know their audience. You're a fucking 6 to 16-year-old, you ain't getting in my house. 22-year-old female with big hooters, you're in.
Hooters.
You
You're just using all the old guy synonyms for boobs.
You won't even have
boobies, hooters, knockers.
You won't even have to ask. Just come on in. I'll just open the door. Come on in, sweetheart. Keep your eyes shut.
Bring me them space titties, girl.
All right. I think that's going to wrap up this episode.
Yeah, I need a cigarette.
We will be back. How's Wednesday looking? Or what the...
I should be all right for Wednesday.
We should
I was going to say, if anything, it might be a little bit late. But
we should be back for What the Fuck Wednesday on Wednesday, hence the name. Which we kind of did. This was a shit show here anyway. And
well, that's because we have unexplained technical difficulties.
And I do have a follow...
For us to have a technical difficulty that we can't just be like, oh.
It might be something stupid, but I doubt it.
Go join the Patreon, because I probably need a new car and we might need a new mixer.
Wednesday, I will have a follow-up on the new podcast idea. What we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Setting the Hook, the catfishing podcast. There's been a new development.
Oh.
Daddy blew his load a little early.
Damn it.
Couldn't deal with
the
bullshit.
How much did you give her?
No, couldn't deal with the bullshit. I had to call bullshit. I will talk about that on Wednesday. So come back Wednesday to hear about me pissing off a male/female catfisher.
Excellent. I like where that's headed.
Yes. I had to call bullshit entirely. I wanted to play it out, but I couldn't. I just couldn't take it anymore. But I had to call bullshit.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. It really does help the channel grow.
And we will do a Patreon exclusive after show on Wednesday as well. So you can
probably
subscribe to that at patreon.com/GITN podcast.
Got to go to the direct link. Remember that.
Yes. Because like YouTube, nobody likes to put us in searches.
Yes, because we say fuck.
And talk about boobies.
Throw up the social medias, Phil.
Like and subscribe.
Oh, yes. And go to one of these.
You can find
Instagram's your best bet.
Yes, but we are on Twitter, and I might, since I took last week off, there might be some TikToks coming. Next week.
And for the love of God, not really. I'm not that desperate for it. We are on all your favorite podcast platforms. If you enjoy the show, or honestly, even if you don't, but preferably leave a good review. Rate and review on the podcast applications. Please and thank you. That would be great. Love ya.
And Instagram, like he says, the best. TikTok, GITN.podcast. Twitter at ghost or night_ghost. Facebook, and do whatever the fuck you want.
When I say that, I'm pretty sure you have to actually review it, not rate it. I never see any fluctuation in our ratings unless there is a review attached to it.
That is true.
So please go on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anything like that. Leave us preferably a positive 5-star review. But, we'll see what we get.
And if you leave a shitty one, we will talk about you.
Yes.
We will cut you up.
Yes, we will talk about how you could have been funnier.
Yes. We will critique your negative comment or negative review. So we will see you on Wednesday, and we will be back next week. Don't know what we're talking about next Saturday or next Sunday. I don't know.
Well, it's on the list. I got to look at it. It's on the list. I know it's a me show. It's probably more interesting.
So that was hurtful. We
this one, see, ones like this are just hard because it's like,
well, because it's bullshit.
Yeah, there's no justification to it.
It's bullshit. It's a pain in the ass. That's why I led with my fucking 20-minute rant about fucking YouTube.
Bitching about YouTube on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. Fuck you guys.
I love you,
gonna
YouTube.
Ban us? Fuck. You gonna shadow ban us fucking more?
I love you, YouTube.
You suck my.
So
dick.
give us half the views that we should be getting.
And kiss the biggest part of my fat hairy ass YouTube.
Watch, we're gonna get an email saying something about me being nice, and we're gonna get like 40,000 views this week.
Well,
if that happens, you better fucking bend over and you better lick Sundar Pichai's asshole. Is that the guy, the CEO of Google?
I think so.
Okay, bye.
See ya.